Hello everybody, welcome to MJ Yaks Movies. Today I'll be yakking the film Fly Me to the Moon from 2024, directed by Greg Berlanti. In this movie, we open with Kelly Jones, an ad executive and also con woman of sorts, tricking a bunch of male car executives into hiring her firm. However, moments later, down at the bar, downstairs at a bar, she's outed by a mysterious government agent, so the ad executives drop her, thus freeing her up. The mysterious government agent asks her to work on a project, specifically that of trying to sell or resell the NASA's Apollo 11 mission, the mission to the moon. He needs Congress to refund or re-up the funding for the program. So Kelly accepts. She travels down to Cocoa Beach where she meets Cole Davis, the launch director for the program, although they don't know each other at the time and they don't know each other's job at the time. They have a meet-cute, and then they go their separate ways, only to run into one another at work, seemingly the next day. Almost instantly, Cole is angry at Kelly because Cole believes in the intrinsic value of the NASA mission and doesn't believe it needs to be sold. Kelly, on the other hand, has a job to do, and she does it well. She manages to convince the members of Congress that they need to vote in favor of funding, as well as she gets many companies to give sponsorship to NASA, thus solving their financial issues. Along the way, however, the mysterious government agent doubts the ability of NASA to pull off the moon landing or pull off its filming, so he creates an alternative program where the moon landing will be faked, and Kelly runs this. She brings in her fancy director from New York to run the thing, to direct the thing, and they create, I would say, a pretty good facsimile of the moon landing. And then, on the day in question, Kelly has a change of heart. She removes the feed from the fake moon landing and switches it with the real moon landing. However, at one point, it's hard to tell which feed is which. Then a black cat makes an appearance, who's been making an appearance all the way through the film. He runs through the shot of the fake moon landing, thus confirming the real moon landing is the one that's being shown to the worldwide public. Everyone rejoices. The mysterious government agent says, you know what, he was wrong for doing this all along. Kelly and Cole reconcile and have themselves a kiss in the sunset, and then they kiss off into the sunset. So this movie stars a bunch of people, primarily Channing Tatum and Scarlett Johansson. We've also got Ray Romano in there, and we've got some character actors you may or may not recognize. We've also got Woody Harrelson in there, I should say. Jim Rash is probably the character actor I know the most out of everything. For me, insofar as rom-coms, I think this one's pretty funny. I definitely chuckled aloud several times. One style of humor obviously dictates how much one enjoys any given rom-com, but I say, for me, the style of humor and also the subject matter really worked. I think that this, in terms of a NASA movie, is very respectful and very in love with the space program, and you can tell that from all the minor details that are sprinkled throughout the film. I think that the portrayal of the fake moon landing was pretty good. I think that that one actually could have pulled it off if it had needed to. And I will say that I think that this movie, color-wise, cinematographically, is a very bright movie, which I really enjoyed. We get a lot of great NASA visuals. Some I mentioned, which is obviously based on the actual real things in life. So I will say, for me, between Yay and In Between, if you like Channing Tatum, Scarlett Johansson, NASA, or lighthearted but lighter rom-coms that touch on all that sort of subject matter, this one is a definite yay. I think just for the charisma of Scarlett Johansson and Channing Tatum alone, this one's a yay. I don't even think you really need to be into space to really get their charisma. They're electric together because they're both movie stars, and that's how they come across on screen. You know what, maybe you were a part of the Soviet moon program, in which case this one might be a niet for you. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like and subscribe. Cheers.